Twin. I learned a Black history fact at Bible school today. In 1921, there was a neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma called Greenwood, where many Black families lived. It was one of the richest Black communities in the United States. People called it Black Wall Street because it had so many successful Black-owned businesses like stores, movie theaters, restaurants, churches, and even banks. The people of Greenwood worked hard and were proud of their homes and lives. But something terrible happened that would change everything. On May 30, 1921, a young Black man named Dick Rowland was accused of attacking a white woman named Sarah Page in an elevator. Many people now believe nothing bad happened. He may have just tripped or stepped too close by accident. Even though there was no real evidence, a local newspaper made the story sound like a serious crime. White people in Tulsa became angry. A white mob, a large, violent crowd, wanted to take Dick Rowland and hurt him. But Black World War I veterans showed up at the jail to protect him. A fight broke out, and shots were fired. That was the beginning of the Tulsa Race Massacre. For the next 2 days, white mobs stormed into Greenwood. They burned down homes, churches, schools, and businesses. People were killed in the streets. Families ran for their lives. What's even more shocking is that airplanes were used. White people flew planes over Greenwood and dropped firebombs made of gasoline or oil-soaked rags. These bombs set buildings on fire from the air. People hiding in their homes were terrified. The people who were supposed to protect everyone did not help. In fact, some of them made things worse. The mayor of Tulsa, T.D. Evans, blamed the Black people for what happened, even though they were the victims. The police chief gave guns to white mob members and didn't stop the violence. He was later fired for being corrupt. The Oklahoma National Guard came, but instead of stopping the white mob, they took away weapons from Black families and put thousands of Black people into holding camps. The governor of Oklahoma, James Robertson, didn't take fast action to stop the violence. The President of the United States was Warren G. Harding. You might think the president would say something or send help after such a big tragedy. But he didn't. He did not speak out, didn't send anyone to help, and didn't investigate what happened. There was no speech, no visit, no support. The federal government just stayed silent. That made things worse because it showed the world that the lives of Black people were not being protected or valued. Many Black families lost everything: homes, money, jobs, and loved ones. Insurance companies refused to help because they said the event was a riot, so families got nothing back. For almost 100 years, the Tulsa Race Massacre was left out of school books and news stories. But in 2021, something important happened. President Joe Biden became the first sitting U.S. president to visit Tulsa on the 100th anniversary of the massacre. He gave a powerful speech and said, "This was not a riot. This was a massacre. For too long, history forgot this. It was a clear effort to erase it from memory." He told the truth about what happened and reminded the country that remembering the past is the only way to create a better future.
The Tulsa Race Massacre is not just a sad story from the past. It's a reminder that racism and injustice must always be challenged. It also shows how dangerous it is when leaders don't speak up or protect all people equally. The people of Greenwood showed strength, pride, and resilience. Even though their community was destroyed, their stories live on. Today, many people are working to honor them, share their history, and fight for justice. We should remember what happened in Tulsa, not just because of the pain, but because of the truth, the courage of the survivors, and the hope that we can do better. As young people, learning the full story helps us grow up to be the kind of leaders and citizens who stand up for what's right.